To expand on the architecture of HFM, we have a number of tiers. We call it N-tier architecture. So we talk about N-tier architecture, where we have a client tier, we have a server tier, and we also have a database tier. We'll concentrate really on the client and server in this example, because the client tier is all about how do you access and enter data. So at the client tier, you are going to have all your users obviously accessing HFM. So here we have a couple of PCs, and they're going to access HFM. Now you access HFM via the workspace. So all our users need to have the workspace URL. So one of the things as an administrator, when you go live or you allow people access to HFM and you provision them, you need to give them the URL for the workspace. And then typically the user will use the internet to communicate with the HFM server. So here's HFM. HFM in this example is sitting across a number of servers, and this is commonly referred to as our cluster. So we've got a number of servers grouped into a cluster. As my 50 users log on to HFM, HFM uses load balancing. It'll share the users out equally across the servers as people log on to the system. As people log on to the system, they'll set their point of view, they'll retrieve data, and that data gets retrieved from our relational database management system, which could be SQL, it could be Oracle, or even DB2. All the processing takes place on the HFM server. All the number crunching, all the calculations and consolidations take place on the HFM server. This is also where the software is installed. The only software that needs installing on the client tier relating to HFM is SmartView. So SmartView will need to be installed in each of the client machines. Later in the course, we'll look at how HFM stores data using subcubes. So whenever anyone logs in, it stores the subcube of data in memory, and that subcube is made up of the scenario, year, the period, and the entity. So when people log on to the system and retrieve data, it stores this subcube of data in the cache RAM of the HFM server. You'll see more of this as the course goes on, when we look at the value dimension and when we look at HFM and how it deals with subcubes. But the key with the HFM architecture is the number of tiers: the client, the server, and the database.